while you're doing these things to challenge yourself physically, you are also challenging yourself mentally as well. And you're growing with it, because whenever we make a decision that we want to get better at something or challenge ourselves, we tend to read more, listen to more audiobooks. We start doing what we need to do to learn more about what it is that we're doing, because there's going to be a day where it's going to become very challenging. But if you know the benefits of what it is that you are doing, it's going to keep you on track. Right? Like if it's feeding you, it's feeding your soul, your whatever. It's just, and that's what helps you really to stay focused on what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, that's so true. Because if you think about, or for myself, at that time when I was running all the time, that's when I was listening to the first David Goggins book. And when I was listening to the Jocko books, when I was an inspector and I was listening to leadership books, because I was fucking high performing at that time.
Dude, and he was running.
I'm not talking about just the physical, like you said.
Right. No,
the work,
all of it.
Everything.
Yes.
And then when I replaced it with jiu-jitsu that didn't really have a goal, it switched from a goal-oriented mindset to just maintaining. And when you're just maintaining, the books kind of tapered off. And it got replaced by stupid YouTube videos or whatever else is just going to fill that fucking time.
Right.
And now that there's another goal and the focus is different, the books are back.
Right.
The research is back.
Yes.
The growth is back.
Yes.
And that's like David Goggins was talking about that in his book, Never Finished. And he says that after he had accomplished all these things, the ultra marathons of 100-mile marathons in a day, in 2 days. I mean, crazy stuff. He noticed that he had so much success. We've talked about the cookie jar, how his cookie jar was so full that you almost...
The cookie jar is all the obstacles and challenges that he's been able to overcome.
Yeah, it's your accomplishment.
Where he's, yes.
It's the things that you can lean on.
Yes.
That you know you've done when the times are tough and you're like, I've been here before. Let's fucking go.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And
it's another thing a boxer or a fighter said, that it's hard to train for a fight or something like that when you wake up in silk sheets. It's when you're the heavyweight champion and you have the belt.
Yes.
And now you're sleeping in a mansion with silk sheets. Where's the drive? Where's the, it's harder to do that.
Right.
And what he was saying is that, I mean, for him, he's pretty aggressive about his stuff. But being a savage is not, it's not something that goes away. It's you can't maintain.
You got to continue to push.
You have to continue to push and grow.
Yes.
And he was talking about how after he had accomplished all these things, one of the things that drives him is like nonprofit stuff, doing things to help other people. And he said that somebody called him up to do this race to benefit disabled athletes. And the money that they raise helps them get training so that they can do the sports that they love to do and this and that. It's a great cause. But he said that as a savage, he knew that when he gets an email like that, it's almost like not even a thought. It's like, when? Where? I'll be there.
Yes. This podcast can be probably too.
But what he felt after going through all these experiences, he's already a Navy SEAL, accomplished ultramarathon athlete. At that point in his life, he had so many accomplishments. He was maintaining. He could outrun just about anybody still. He was doing enough just to kind of keep himself in shape, be an athlete. But he did not want to do those fucking ultramarathons anymore. So when he got that email, it's a good cause. And he was like, I don't. And then he kind of, he learned it in that moment. After the first book, he learned that. And there's no maintaining. You have to push.
But it was being aware of himself and how he felt when that email came to him, where he felt his body contract, like, ugh. And then recognizing that and be like, all right, dude, you're doing it. Because you don't want to do it, you're doing it.